Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Now as part of the Let's Go series, I'm going to take you to Neuschwanstein Castle, which is a fairy tale castle nestled in the Bavarian Alps in southern Germany. King Ludwig II did live there. It was made in the late 1800s, so a long time ago. So before we go any further, let's check out what I did at the castle with my IG stories.
Hey guys, I'm in Munich, Germany, and we decided to rent a car and drive down to Neuschwanstein Castle. So a lot of stories coming for you today. Finally here at the castle, Neuschwanstein Castle, so we're gonna hike up there. It's been 40 minutes hiking, a bit crazy, but it looks really amazing. Hey guys, just about to go inside the castle to do the guided tour. So I'll show you. I think there's about 7 rooms that we can go into. So I wasn't able to show you inside the castle because you can't record or take pictures inside, but have a look at this amazing lake. So here she is, we finally reached the top of the hike to the bridge with a direct view of Neuschwanstein Castle, and but it's pretty breathtaking, don't you think?
Okay guys, hope you liked all the scenery and footage that I captured at Neuschwanstein Castle. So before we go any further, let's get into the top 5 facts about Neuschwanstein Castle. Now, we don't hear too much about Neuschwanstein Castle unless you've been in Europe or in Germany. Of course, you're going to hear it there. But let's start with the 5th fact. The 5th fact about Neuschwanstein Castle, God, I'm gonna have a really hard time pronouncing this castle. Neuschwanstein Castle, okay? Okay, sorry that I'm so big on pronunciation, but I need to get it right because I don't want to disrespect anyone. So Neuschwanstein, Neuschwanstein, Neuschwanstein Castle. Okay, I think I've got it now. My tongue's untwisted. Okay, so the fifth fact about Neuschwanstein Castle is that it was commissioned in 1868 by King Ludwig II himself, but it was only finished in 1892 and it was finished after he died, which is a shame. So he didn't really get to completely see the full glory and beauty of the castle that he wanted to get built. I mean, of course he was living there, but the last two towers, I think, was only completed in 1892, so that's kind of a sad story for King Ludwig II. Now the fourth fact, 1.5 million visitors come to Neuschwanstein Castle every year. So what are you waiting for? Get down to Neuschwanstein Castle. You saw on my IG stories how amazing the view is. It's absolutely breathtaking. So the next time you do fly down to Munich or you're in the southern part of Germany, take a trip down to Neuschwanstein Castle or the Fairy Tale Castle. And number 3, King Ludwig II is considered a very eccentric king. That's why Neuschwanstein Castle kind of had the nickname of the castle of the Fairy Tale King. Now when you're inside, you can see a lot of quite loud colors that you wouldn't really expect from castles or houses built in that period, but because King Ludwig II had, I think, a very eccentric and bubbly personality, he wanted to make that castle with his own twist on it. So hats off to him that he wanted to go out of the rules and bend those rules a little bit and make a castle that was completely suited to him and what he imagined to be an imagined kingdom within the castle walls. That's the third fact about Neuschwanstein Castle. Now the second fact is that Neuschwanstein Castle is beautiful all year round. Now I went there in spring, but as you saw from my story, it looked like it was summer. It was absolutely beautiful and I was so lucky that day. But regardless, if you go there springtime, summertime, wintertime and autumn, it's gonna look beautiful all year round. All your pictures are gonna come out amazing. It's such a picturesque area. Lakes, Alps, mountains, greenery, snow, blue skies. You're gonna have a blast and you're always gonna be sure that you're gonna have really good footage when you get to Neuschwanstein Castle any time of the year, yeah? Now the number one fact about Neuschwanstein Castle is that a lot of Disney fairy tales have been inspired by this castle. If you've been to Disneyland, the actual castle in Disneyland, which is the Sleeping Beauty Castle, was inspired by Neuschwanstein Castle. Walt Disney did go on a holiday with his wife in the southern part of Germany. He actually went to Neuschwanstein Castle, and after he went there, that's what inspired him to make that castle in the Disneyland resort. That was a pretty mind-blowing fact for me because I never knew that. I only found out after I actually went to Neuschwanstein Castle, so that was the number one fact about Neuschwanstein Castle. Okay, so I flew to Munich and I had a day in Munich, so I decided to take a trip down to Neuschwanstein Castle. Now, a few colleagues and I did rent a car, and I found that to be more fun because you could stop along the way, you could do your own itinerary, you can, take pictures of the countryside, and of course, enjoy your time with a colleague. Another way that you can do it is you can book a sightseeing tour from the hotel in Munich. Concierge is always going to be able to help you out, but of course you're going to be in a huge tour bus with a lot of other tourists, and it depends on you if you're into that kind of stuff. It also might turn out to be a bit more expensive because it's probably going to be including lunch and all the other extras that do come when you book a tour. Now another way you could do is you could take a train and then a local bus, which is going to take you a little bit longer. It'll work out cheaper, but a lot of people have done that and it's worked out well for them. So those are your three options to get to Neuschwanstein Castle. Now how much is it? It's Euro 13, or why did I say Euro? 13 euros to get in, or about 14 bucks, which is pretty good. Comes with a guided tour. Of course you just choose which language tour that you want to go to. I chose the English one, but there are also different tours in Italian, Spanish, and a host of other different languages. Check out their website to see if your language is available for a guided tour. There are also different times, so when you do buy a ticket at the visitor center before you go up to Neuschwanstein Neuschwanstein Castle, do choose a specific time for what language tour you want, because you can only get into Neuschwanstein Castle if you've booked a guided tour. We booked ours, I think it was 90 minutes or 2 hours after we got there, because you need a good 40 minutes to hike up to the actual castle. So do take that into account. Make sure that you've done your cardio for about a month before you get there, because you want to be able to do that hike yourself, and it's quite fulfilling once you do get up to the top of that mountain where the castle is. There's also an alternative way to get up, which is with the horse-drawn carriage, but as with any other tourist place, it's gonna work out to be quite expensive for you. But a good experience nonetheless. Just remember that when you do go inside the castle, you can't take any pictures whatsoever. You're not allowed to even take your phone out to check it. It has to be kept in your bag at all times. They're very strict about that. Also, where can you buy your tickets? Of course, there's a visitor center there, and you can also buy your tickets online beforehand if you want to, which I think is actually more convenient, because maybe the timing that you want may be fully booked when you get there and you're gonna have to wait a few hours for an afternoon guided tour. Lastly, timings. Okay, from April to October, the castle is open from 9 to 6 p.m. or 900 to 1800, and in the colder months from October till March, it's open from 900 to 1600 or 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. Now, of course, public holidays it's closed, Christmas, New Year, etc. So do check that out before you head down or plan a trip to Neuschwanstein Castle. Now, my most favorite part, of course, I got some souvenirs when I went down to the castle. Guys, how many times have I said Neuschwanstein? I feel like I'm such a pro at saying it now. Neuschwanstein Castle, I sound so German. But yeah, I did pick up a few souvenirs, because you already know I love souvenirs. I got my 2 fridge magnets, which is here. I think that's really cool. I got this one because it says Bayern, because the castle is in the Bayern Alps in southern Germany, and that's a really good view there. It's just how I remembered it. And if you look closely, it does kind of look like that castle in Disneyland. Another one I got was, I like these fancy gold things. Just says Neuschwanstein, so I like that one too. And you're gonna have a snack, right? I found this. This is King Ludwig or König Ludwig Pastete. So that was my German again, sorry. König Ludwig Pastete. So that's what King Ludwig II looked like. Now, if he looks young to you, looks young to me. He actually became King of Bavaria when he was 18 years old, so maybe he was 18 here. Take a look at that moustache and goatee. I can't be seen next to this because mine is nothing at the moment. Let's try it. It's supposed to be chocolate and marzipan. And you know from my German tasting video where there's a link, I'm going to put a link up here, so do check out my German tasting video if you're interested in taking a look at some German snacks that I got during my travel. So this is chocolate with marzipan, and I think there's a cookie in there as well. So let's take a look. Smells like dark chocolate. Look at that. It's almost like a coconut consistency, but I really like this marzipan because sometimes marzipan has a really alcoholic taste to it, and I don't know why. It's the almonds, I think, sometimes really concentrated, but this is actually a really subtle marzipan flavor, so I like it. I'm taking another bite. Save it for later. So there you have it, guys. That was our Let's Go travel vlog for today to Neuschwanstein Castle. Sorry, I feel like all you can see is chocolate inside my mouth when I'm talking. Okay, so once again, thank you for keeping on supporting me and watching my videos. I hope you like this series, the Let's Go series. I'm gonna have plenty more travel vlogs coming up, so do keep an eye out for that. Once again, if you haven't clicked subscribe yet, please click subscribe to be able to be updated on my latest videos. My schedule is every 1 to 2 weeks where I release a video. Also, my Facebook page and website is tomsylvester.com, and also if you head over to my Instagram, which is @tomsylvester, you'll be able to see a lot of behind the scenes and just the editing and decision making process that I go through with every single vlog, because I always ask you guys what my next vlog should be. So I'll see you over there, and until next time, keep on eating and take care.